Welcome to Otakus Justin here, back with more fall anime 2020 coverage. And today I am going to totally botch the Japanese word, so I'm actually going to have the pronunciation thing do it. So here we go. Ikebukuro. Westgate Park. Okay, that should hopefully do it. Hopefully you heard that. Anyway, as always, I give you a brief synopsis. This is anime that you can find on Funimation, and here we go. A dangerous new drug is on the streets, and its addicts are causing trouble around town. Takahashi enlists Makoto's aid in dealing with the problem. Here is another anime. I'm just like, wow. I don't know what is going on with fall anime, but it seems like, I don't know, everybody just like, yo, we're gonna end this year, towards the end of the year, we're gonna go all in on anime with good storytelling, good characters, nice concepts, original type of concepts. Love it. I absolutely love it. This episode was great, and just the concept of it is that this place is a place of peace. The goal is to always have peace. Everybody's smiling and everything else. So they have this gang that runs the place called the G-Boys, which is the head, the leader of that is Takashi, who everybody knows as King. They nicknamed him King, but the main story is centered around Makoto, who's not a G-Boy, but he's G-Boy affiliated. He's really cool childhood friends with Takashi, who asks him for favors to help resolve things that the gangs can't do. He's known as the mediator. He will go in there and he will solve the problems. That way things are not escalated, violence isn't escalating. And in episode 1, Makoto has to deal with drugs, and it has to deal with this new dangerous drug, like I said in the synopsis, that's on the streets. And the first opening scene is amazing. You got this junkie, this guy who's high off his ass, driving around, swerving, and just completely high, totally out of it. And it's up to Makoto to catch him. And there's a really nice action scene sequence, nice chase sequence there with the junkie and the G-Boys trying to stop him and try to, get this guy calm. And one thing I would have to say is that there's this one scene with Takashi with the junkie that everybody is gonna go, oh my god, I can see why this dude is king. I can see why this guy is the leader. I was just like, man, I do not want to mess with this guy. I can see why he is head honcho of this set right here. It was really, really good. The plot thickens more as the story progresses. I'm not going to go too deep into the plot because I really want you guys to watch it. That's why my reviews are usually vague. But the plot thickens more as the drugs are starting to enter more of the streets and more people are starting to get high or really starting to use the drugs, which is a big no-no to the gangs and big no-no to the rules of this particular town. So it's up to Makoto to find out where the drugs are heading and who's responsible, but there's a real element to it because there's this 12-year-old girl whose mother was affected by the junkie who's in the hospital. So she goes to try to find out for herself what happens, and Takashi brings her to Makoto and says, hey, I need you to go find out what happened at Northgate Smoke Tower, which is the title of the episode, where all the drugs are being made. I need you to destroy it or at least crack down on it and everything else. So it's up to Makoto to actually find out where the drugs is coming from, who's dealing the drugs, and and put an end to it, which I really thought it was really good. Let's talk a little bit about the character Makoto. Makoto is not much is too known about him, but everybody knows just from his actions and the way he does things that Makoto's a good guy. He's really a really standard kid. Really knows what he has his morals, his ground, his mother, and everything else like that. And he used to run with Takashi. He's, like I said, he's G-Boy affiliated, but he's not part of the gang. Everybody in the gang respects him, but he's not technically a member of the gang. And everybody just respects him as the guy, as the mediator. Not much is known. We did get a little back history that he might have been a little bit of a troublemaker back in the days when the police officer was telling the young girl about his history a little bit, but that's all we really get of his characterization. I know in episode 2 or so and so forth, since he is the protagonist, we're going to get a little bit more meat on the bone when it comes to his characterization. Overall, I really did enjoy it. I think the concept is great. I'm loving this dark tale of these gang members who really are trying to just clean up the streets and kind of act as, not saying as police, but they're trying to keep things under control and keep the wars, from escalating into the public, which I think was pretty cool. Animation was great, some really solid voice acting, nice soundtrack so far. Love the opening and ending theme. I'm definitely going to say this is a must watch, and also add it to your queue. 4 out of 5 stars. Definitely check out IWGP on Funimation. This is Justin from Otakusgeeks.com. As always, if you like what we do here, visit Otakusgeeks.com. If you're not watching it on Otakusgeeks.com, you can like us, share, and subscribe on YouTube. You can follow us on Instagram at Otakusgeeks, and of course, Facebook.com/Otakusgeeks blog. You can give us a like there. Later days.